Here we go. Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video. And don't forget, folks, while we are here, like and subscribe and comment down below. That will help out the YouTube channel to get out to go reach more people because more people need to hear this information here that I am working on and that I'm putting out as well. Right? Because this is something that I do. I practice what I preach. You know what I mean? For instance, today is day 459 days since I've been running and working out. So my fitness journey began last year, um, August 24th of 2024. Hey, Christy, good to see you. And today is day 459 days since I've been running and working out. 459 days on my fitness journey. And I cannot tell you how wonderful that journey has been for me. Right? So, this is why I said, you know, put on your shoes. Put on your running shoes, hit the pavement. Get into the gym. Except for, I don't recommend you guys work out and run 7 days a week. All right. I am JP Singh. I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing well. You know. So yeah, I don't recommend you guys run 7 days a week. I don't recommend you guys work out 7 days a week. It's a lot of work and it's really hard. And you probably shouldn't do it 7 days a week. Maybe 5 days a week. 6 days probably. Take a day off and rest. I work 6 days a week and I go to the gym. You know, 6 days and I go to the gym 7 days a week. Yesterday, I had a day off and I ended up taking a trip down there to Crow Canyon, little adventure down there to go see some old petroglyphs down there. That was some old art that was drawn um, by the Navajo. Uh, Football, hello. Well, it's Christy. I don't want to go. I don't want to tell these guys to go work out 7 days a week and run 7 days a week because it's really hard. I don't want to. You know, that's something that I probably would not. Like no, they probably shouldn't do that at all. Abs, yeah, I have some abs, but I would like some more abs. I'm working on that as well. Grishma, appreciate you stopping by. Good to see you. Uh, so I'm still working on those abs. Still, I need to get better at it. I'm not doing a good job of I mean it's like every time when I try to get on the ab journey, something always happen and knock me off that journey. So I'm trying to figure out, all right, how can I get on the journey and stay on the journey? But I run every day, so that helps a lot, So, but I'm talking about like really, really building abs. It's like I tried so many times already. I'm like something always comes up and you know, yeah, and then yeah, and then I'm so I have to start all over again. Yeah, I know, Christy, but I think they're talking about like this crazy abs. I think that's what they're talking about. I'm not sure if that's what they're talking about. Yeah. Yes, today I was running and some fly got into my into my eye, and that thing stayed there for the entire evening. I thought it wasn't there, but after I showered and I finally felt something came up, I'm like, God, this thing was in my eye the whole time. So yes, there's a fly got into my eye, and screw me, screw my my eye up like that. Yeah, yeah. That's what happens when you are outside, having fun. Fly gets into your eye. Yeah. Don't forget, folks, while you are here, like and subscribe. Comment down below. Help out your boy to get out into the YouTube universe. Yep, a straight up fly. Yep, it's one of those little black flies. I'm not sure what the hell these flies are all about, but yeah. Uh, so yeah, and so hey, Ruthless Root, appreciate you being here. Always a pleasure. See you pop up. Thanks for stopping by. Hope all is well with you and your loved ones. Don't forget, folks, while you are here, like and subscribe, and comment down below. Help out your boy to get out into the YouTube universe. Push these videos out so more people can, see these videos, and so we can reach more people. Because what we are doing here, we're trying to help other people to create a better life, especially get a little bit more happier than how you are right now. Because thank you very much, Ruthless Root. Appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. So making the move, from where you are to where you need to go. Understand that we go to work every single day, but we love our jobs, but that is not um what we want to do for the rest of our lives. And this is why change has to be implemented in our lives. It is hard and it's difficult. Sometimes we do not want to do the work, but it's like necessary, is unavoidable, it is inevitable. We so we have to stay on the grind until the success comes. The success might come in a way that you might not even expect it. You thought that you were going to be doing something else, and then out of the blues, things just start to slowly progressing. And then you see a different way from the one that you thought was going to manifest itself for you. So that's why you have to keep on working until you find a way, find some way, somehow. Believe me, it will show up. Something will show up, and you will see it, and then you will start to work on it. But it's not going to happen if you just sit down right where you are on your couch, eating your potato chips and getting dusty. Will not work. Okay, so you're gonna have to keep on working until you see a way. You can only find a way through doing. Thinking about it, you cannot think your way into success. You can think your way into an idea, but you need action to bring that idea into fruition, right? Into being. So this is the reason why you're gonna have to put in the work. Sandy Woods, how are you? All right. So now, when you see they have their drama out there on the internet, I realize there's so much drama. Like when I click on something to watch sometimes and I hear the drama, I just have to turn it off and switch. I pick up a book and go read because it's just too much drama. And all the things, I mean, even topics and subjects that I like, there is so much drama, wrapped up in those subjects and those topics. It's absolutely crazy when you thought about it. So for me to stay sane, this is why I have to just avoid watching certain videos and certain channels, because I realize that drama actually sells. People really, really love drama. The things that they could do within that time for themselves. During that time when they're watching drama, the things that they could be doing to enhance their lives, make their lives better, to create the life that they actually want. So they are wasting all that time watching other people's soap opera, right? And we do not want to get involved in that. We want to get away from people's, if your life is interesting, I'll watch your life. If you have an interesting life, I like doing that. I like to see what people are doing. I like to see interesting things. You go out and you go hunt some quails, and you come back, and you come up with all types of sauce, spices and herbs, and you make your rice, and you stuff the quail, and you fry the quail. Like, that's interesting to me. I like food, and I think that's interesting to me. Okay. But I do not want to sit down talking about somebody else's business, other people's lives, unless the people who we're going to discuss their lives are living an interesting life. I don't want to hear about your friend, her husband cheated on her, she's cheating on her husband, and that type of nonsense. I just, yes, sure, people getting hurt. I understand that, but I just don't want to be involved in those type of conversations. Let these people go work out, go work on their stuff. So only interesting conversations. Um, I am only intrigued by interesting conversations. You know. So yeah, and like I said, we as human beings, right? Exactly, Christy. So we as human beings, I believe personally, we have to train. Well, okay, let me say this. We are not children anymore. Okay? We are grown adults here, grown folks here. And understand something here. We don't have a father in our lives, and we don't have fathers in our lives anymore in in regard to telling us what to do. And by the way, if our parents should try to tell us what to do right now, what would we do? We would quickly tell them to F off and never talk to me again. Don't want to talk to you again. I hate you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, this is why I'm so happy that the universe gives you guys free will. Free will meaning you are free to screw up, or you are free to grab hold of your own life and change. Make the shift, make the change. Father your own self. Your dad is not gonna show up right now trying to get you to do things that you know you should do. What should you do? Ryan, what should I do? Nobody knows what you should do. You have an idea. You can't see the whole picture, but you have a slight idea of what you should be doing. It doesn't look like this is the thing that's going to bring you the $1 million in your bank account. I get it. I know. I understand. That shouldn't prevent you from doing it anyways. It needs to get done. Well, I should say you need to get started. And by starting, you're gonna fall down, make your mistakes, you're gonna screw up, and you're gonna look back and see where you screw up. Look at the potholes. Watch out on the road of life. Keep your eyes wide open. Watch out. Look for the potholes. Stop falling in them. Go around them. I don't want to learn by any more painful events. Okay? I just don't want to learn from any more pain, and I don't want to learn from my pain anymore. I don't. Now I want to learn from my joy and my happiness. Why can't I do that? Because that's they told us that pain is good and you should learn from your pain. Look. I'm not saying those things are not true, but it sets you back way back sometimes. It takes too long to get moving, grooving, and cruising again. Takes too long. And a lot of the times people fell down into those potholes and they really never get out. Okay? They never get out of those potholes. They stay in there. It's very hard. Like when I got knocked down here a couple years ago, and I didn't even know what to do. And I'm thinking to myself, if this was a regular, normal human being, not saying I'm better off than anybody else, but I have a certain mindset. I realize that a lot of people don't develop yet. You haven't yet developed the mindset to jump and just start moving. That's why you are still. That's why you are right where you are still. Okay. And I'm thinking to myself, if Pablo, good to see you, brother. Appreciate you being here, man. Hope all is well with you and your family, man. Hope your mom is doing well. And I'm saying, if I was like one of those easy to give up, easy to quit people, right on, Pablo. Appreciate you being here, man. Stopping by saying hi. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right on. Yeah? And we are saying, yeah, when you fell down, if you are not strong enough to get back up and start moving again, you are going to just stay right where you are on the road of life. These massive 18 wheelers come and run you over. Okay? You don't want that. Get up, dust yourself off, keep moving. Even if you do not know what to do. And I think that's one of the best places to be when when you have no clue of what you are going to be doing. I think that's one of the best places to be. Now, you can do almost anything come to mind now. What comes to mind? Maybe it's not a business idea. Maybe it's not a business plan. Maybe you just need to pick up your paddle and go play some pickleball. And that's what happened to me a couple of years ago. I'm like, what the hell am I going to be doing in my life? Right on, Pablo. Awesome, man. Proud of you, brother. Keep doing that, man. Keep spreading love. Keep showing people how to, how to stop destroying themselves. You know? All right. Exactly, Christy. Massive vehicles. These big vehicles. All right. So a couple years ago, and I'm thinking, okay, what the hell am I gonna be doing? I didn't know what the heck to do at all because I was just in a very, low vibration. It's like I'm trying to freaking to keep my head above the water. Didn't know what to do. And something told me, get out your pickleball bat and all right, Pablo, thank you very much. Have a good night. I appreciate you and thank you very much for your prayers and thinking of me. I appreciate you. Hope all is well with you and your loved ones and hope your mom and your family is doing well. All right, Pablo, good night. Take care. Talk to you soon. All right. And I picked up my paddle, my paddle, pickleball paddle, and then I went to go play some pickleball. I ended up building a relationship with those people. Alright? Quite a bit of those people. I become familiar face to them quite a lot because I played so many times with them. When I went for a job interview, I didn't get that job. I went for another job interview, didn't get that job. And I finally got a job at this place I'm working now. Guess what happened? Those people come there for meetings every certain times of the week. And I get to see them once a week now. Because I don't play pickleball like that anymore. Why am I saying this? Recently, there was a flood hit my island recently. And I want to help my family. You know what? All those people that I played pickleball with, a good portion of them, chip in and help. Help me to help my parents back home. Okay? By getting that little nudge to go play pickleball, I create a relationship with those people. And then later on, they were able to play a role in my life. This is what I said. When something comes to mind, you need to act on it. Doesn't matter how simple it is. Okay? Act on it. If you get, a little nudge to go play pickleball, would you do it? Maybe not. You probably will just brush it off. Because whenever I get these little nudges, I act on them anyways. Most of them never really go anywhere, but I act on them. Without me acting on them, I cannot know if it would take me to where I need to go or not. You know what I mean? Exactly. So, this is why, folks, you're going to have to get active. Take action. Cannot just sit down where you are and expect to have good results. Will not happen for you. So, that's one thing. You need to stop thinking about everything. Stop thinking about it. Just do it. Without you taking the action, you're not gonna going to be able to experience an ounce of peace or an ounce of joy. Okay. So you want to become a bit more happier. You want to become a bit more joyful. Take some actions. Get up out of where you are. It's depressing. You lay around in the house all day, or maybe you just go from work to home. I do not know how people live like that. You just go from work to home, pay bills, and you are getting older every single day. I can't understand that. And to me, that's just that would drive me insane. If I have nothing else to do but just go to work and come home, oh, that would make me a miserable person. So I figure out how to reduce my misery. And it's by me taking action. Start moving in the right direction. The universe is always guiding you. It's always nudging you to go there and go there and go. It's always doing that to you. There's always an idea in your head. You are never short of idea. It's always something the universe is trying to get you to do. And you have to follow it. And another thing too. When you get the call, typically when those calls come, they don't show up, or those calls don't happen in a good situation. Typically when they show up, It is a rough and hard and painful situation. Okay? This is why you are going to have to, when you get the call, you need to make the move. Where does the calling say you should go? You can feel it. Maybe you need to move to a new city. Are you afraid to go to that city? Well, I understand. But staying where you are is even more far worse. You can sit down where you are, or you can take the bloody step. Action. Don't be afraid. I like this quote I like to read. I think it says that, you know, the best thing you can do is just, you know, just do something. No, the best thing you can do is do the right thing. The next best thing you can do is doing the wrong thing. I prefer you to do the wrong thing. The next best thing you can do is do nothing at all. I'm sorry. The worst thing you can do is doing nothing at all. Are you going to, when you make the move, when you make the move, are you going to make the right move? Nick Lone, what's up? Are you going to make the right move when you make your move? Maybe yes, maybe no. You might got lucky, but for the most part, sometimes you don't really make the right decisions at all. And yes, I know it's painful and it hurts, but you're gonna have to learn to live with those and live through some of those, because like you're not gonna get everything right. You're just not. You are going to screw up at some point, some way. But here is how I look at screw up. Am I gonna be charged for a crime or something like that? If I'm not gonna be charged, if I can do this thing here, and I know for sure that the policeman is not gonna get involved. I am not gonna hurt anybody. Nobody will get hurt physically. I'm not gonna break any properties, anything like that, destroy any properties. Thank you very much, Nick Lone. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the sub. Like I said, if I can see where nobody's gonna get hurt, I'm taking the action. If you're going to hurt other people, please be careful, because you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? If it's a hurt, not a physical hurt, and it's something you're gonna have to apologize for, and you probably can take a shot or something like that. Hey, I apologize, man. I did not know it was gonna go down like that. You know what I mean? But aside from that, you need to make the move from where you are to where you need to get to. You cannot stay where you are and expect to get good results. Maybe you need to change your job, and you are still thinking about it. Maybe you are commuting to work. You live too far away. You might need to get a job a little closer so you can get more time to work on the stuff that you want to work on. I used to commute, hated it. I packed up my stuff and I drove to closer to where the job was. I couldn't do it. It was just destroying me. I have to ease that pressure. I have to take that pressure from off myself. Work on it. By making those moves when I need to make those moves. If I did not make those moves, I could not be where I am at right now. I could not be looking at something in the future where I probably could monetize or something like that. I couldn't. I couldn't. I would have been doing some other stuff there, which I don't want to do, which I probably hate. Now I'm doing things that I like to do. My health and fitness. Big on that. I got that one down. My reading, my studying, my practicing, that I need to get back on track the way how I used to. But not this, yeah, so this week coming up, I need to, then my schedule will go back to how it was next week. And from there, I was able to get back into the practicing the way how I normally would. And that's what I'm working on right now. So I can start to work on the mindset more intensely. Gotta work on the mindset. I wanna show a lot of you how to do that. Anger has affected so many of us. So many of us has allowed anger to destroy our lives. Right now. So some years ago when I was struggling with the anger there, I told myself, I said, anytime I figure out how to relieve myself of this problem here, I said, anytime, thank Christy, thank you very much, appreciate you. Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot too, Christy. Appreciate you a lot. So, I said, anytime I figure out how to relieve myself of this anger, I'm going to show a lot of people how to take care of it themselves, how to deal with it. You can't live like that. It's just too heavy to walk around with. Just imagine going to bed angry, waking up angry. You do that for a week. You do that for a month, a year. When I finally rid myself of that, where I no longer wake up angry and I no longer go to bed angry. That was a new feeling for me. I have probably never really experienced that before. Or maybe when I was a kid. But for the most part, for all of my adult life, for all of my adult life, I go to bed I go to bed angry and I wake up angry. The happiness was not. I didn't understand how to create happiness. I didn't understand how to relinquish, how to reduce the anger. Didn't know how to do it. And I finally started figured it out, and it little cracks start to shine. Little cracks start to open up, and the sun started shining through. Little by little, bit by bit, piece by piece, I notice my happiness increases. My happiness increases. I start to feel more joyful. Life start to feeling good again. I start to enjoy life again, enjoy more of life. My dreams and my goals become alive again. things that I dream of, these dreams start to look more and more like like I can do them now. I can fulfill these dreams, these missions. I may never get all of it, but I will get a large portion of them done. One of the thing I always want to do is travel the world. That's something that was buried. After a while, I'm thinking like, yeah, that's just never gonna happen again. But the universe has ways of working to get you back on track, and that's what happens to me. I got back on track without even knowing what the hell I was doing. But there goes a time when you're gonna have to start to really sit down and start thinking. Get out your pen and paper. Start writing some stuff down. It feels really good to write out those things on paper. Your dreams, your goals. Feels really good to write them down. Writing them down, engage with the idea. You gotta have to go back there and start. Start dreaming again. It is always a pleasure when you can sit down and think of the things you want to do. And you are not just thinking of them, you are also going out and doing them as well. You start love yourself some more, you start respecting yourself, you start appreciating yourself. Self-respect and self-love. Those are things that I never really thought of in a way, really in a really meaningful way, in a deep way. I never thought of them. And I realized that if you don't respect yourself, other people just won't respect you. That's something I have to learn. Hard way. So, some self-respect and some self-love. Now, how do you do that? It has to be a process. You have to go through a process to in order for you to achieve self-respect and self-love. So this one quote I like, and it says, self-respect come comes through discipline. And there you got it. You need to be disciplined. When you say you are going to do something, you need to go do it. You have to train your mind to the point where you can actually, your mind will help you to get things done. When I wanted to run 12 miles, and I just got it in my head, and I was thinking about I'm gonna run. So, yeah, so at one point I was at 5 miles, and I said I want to go run. I think it was 10 miles, and I'm at five. Start thinking about 10 miles, 10 miles, 10 miles, 10 miles. And after a while, I find myself doing 10 miles. And I said 10, and I said 12 miles, 12 miles, 12 miles. At one point, it says 15 miles, and I'm like 15 miles, 15 miles. And I work my way up until I do those. I did those. Now I'm thinking about doing 30 miles now. And that's where my next really big running is. It's 30 miles. All right. Right. So that's when I decided to uh so this is when I decided to exactly keep going. Gotta keep going, Christy. uh, so put in the work. you when you know you have to get serious about this. I understand, like when I see so many people want to do things and I know they want to do it, and they are just not disciplined. Do you respect yourself enough? Do you love yourself enough to get the stuff done that you say you are going to do? I mean, do you even know how to develop discipline? It must be developed. It's a muscle. You have to work on it. Commitment, consistency. These are muscles. You have to keep on going after something, going after it until after a time, you find yourself start to climb. Okay? Discipline yourself. Baby steps. You don't need to do. I wouldn't even recommend anybody to run 3 miles right now. 3 miles is easy for me. I can do 3 miles easy. But in the beginning, I wouldn't tell you to go, to go run 3 miles. I would say, hey, Kyle, wanna try run a block? You wanna try a workout for 20 minutes? 10 minutes maybe? 15 minutes? That's what I would say. I would tell you, go out there and do this massive workout and do this massive run. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna quit within a few days. It's just not good to take that. Some people can do that. I remember when I got back into the gym, and it was just pain from all freaking angle because I was working out so much. And I stayed there and I go through those pains because I know I have to go through that painful moment. Even when I was running, my knees hurt like hell. When I ran the 13-mile run back in August, I believe, July, I think, June, July, June maybe, when I ran that 13-mile run, my knees were just hurting. It was just painful. But I know I need to go through the pain for a little while. And after a while, I have to cut back from running 12, 10 miles, 8 miles, 7 miles, 6 miles, 5 miles. I have to cut back all the way to 3 miles. And I stayed at 3 miles for a good little minute. Yeah. And then, next thing you know, my knees begin to heal up again. I start to run 5 miles again. So yes, you are gonna have to learn how to work through the pain because it does get painful sometimes. And you need to learn how to stay there and stick with the pain until you get through that painful period. That's just how it goes. When you are going to make this shift here, you are just a regular person who work at a job and pays bills, never got into self-improvement really. When you are going to make that shift, it is one of the hardest thing I have ever done. Here, so one of the reasons why it is hard. Now, you're gonna have to take accountability, take responsibility, be accountable, be responsible for almost everything that ever happened in your life. Even if you think the other person wronged you, you're gonna have to take responsibility for it. Take accountability. It's like you play your role in that and know you are hurt. What do you do? Can't sit down and blame everybody all day for everything. And this is why accountability helps. And there's something else we have to get good at as well. Gratitude. Be grateful. Practicing gratitude. We're gonna have to practice because we are not good at it. we are, you know, we are suck at gratitude. It's something that we probably, most of us don't even know. We have an idea. You will hear us giving thanks for saying that, but it is not deep in our subconscious programs. It's more like a script. It rolls off your tongue. It's a script. Thank you. You hear people say, "Oh, thank you to the man upstairs." I'm not sure what man is up there on the cloud, but hey, maybe this guy knows something I don't know. You know. But when it comes to like real thank you, real giving thanks, real gratitude, this is how we should go through life, in a thankful state. Sometimes some things happen to you and you think it's the worst thing in the world. Turned out it's the best damn thing ever happened. And you're like, huh, I did not see the blessing in that one. Yeah. When I was reading that book, Think and Grow Rich, both the legacy and the 1937 version. There's a 2017 version as well. And that's called The Legacy. Think and Grow Rich, The Legacy. And one thing that popped up in here saying, within every adversity, there is a seed of a greater good. So when you see things happen, sometimes you be like, God damn it, this is painful. It's the worst thing could ever happen to me. Turn out to be a goddamn blessing. Best damn thing ever happened to you, because without that pain and you being freaking, that sting, and you are feeling that sting for a long time, without that, you could not be where you are right now. Okay? But I do not want to learn from any more pain. I am cool off of learning from my pain right now. I'm cool. I'm good. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere near any pain. If it's not fun, happiness, harmony, joy, and laughter, I don't want to be anywhere near it. Just don't. Time to learn from my happiness, my joy. Time to gain experience through fun. I get it. If you don't, you cannot become a good sailor if you don't venture into choppy seas, choppy oceans. Well, I think I did my time in the choppy oceans of life, into the choppy seas of life. Very hard, very painful. I don't want to live like that anymore. I want my life to be easy now. I know these people is, oh, you should work hard and you should suffer. I don't want to suffer anymore. I don't want to pay any more price. I don't want to work hard. I don't. You can go work hard if you want. I want my life to be easy, calm, relaxing, quiet, and peaceful. When there is time for party, call me up. I will be there partying with you guys. Okay? But yeah. Well, all right then, folks. I'm going to let it go here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Help out your boy to get out into the YouTube universe. Appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you soon in a new video. Get fit, stay fit, get healthy, stay healthy. Get in shape, stay in shape. Get on the grind, and you better stay on the grind until your success coming to being manifests itself, and your whole being will rejoice when you see that thing show up in front of you, that thing that you can monetize, and you can use the money to do whatever you want. Thank you very much, and bye for now. Ryan here with a new video. Have a wonderful blessings on you.